Okay, guys, a good evening to all. So, we are from Group 1 and we are doing ending game. So, the white will be played by Kosovo, which is Amirullah, and Vions by Abdullah, the black side.
So,
So, it is white to move.
alright. Here we can see that the best move is for white is try to bring the king and protect the pawn. And while the black we can see that he tried to block the king movement from protecting the pawn and also maintain attacking the pawn. So here see that the white king trying to attack the black rook, and also the black king also trying to give more support to the rook attacking the pawn. And we can see that white make a really big mistake because to left the pawn open. And let's see how white recover from big mistake. See that by doing this, the black only can do one move. Either is to move the king so that from the check. Okay, so we can see that either way the black is going to lose the rook, but it's clearly from the beginning of the game is white have advantages in this game. So now the only way now is for black to run from the rook and try to get draw. But now we can see clearly that black white have really good advantage. It's only need to use the king and the rook to win the game. Just use the king to give support, and using the rook to do the final blow is and also to limit the king movement, the black king movement. Here we can see using the white king to support the rook, and white try to maintain opposition so that he can the white king the black king from escaping the attacking position from the white. Mhm. So it's clearly only two left move, yeah, and then there's it from the from
Good
the
game.
game from the white.
Okay, good. Hello, everyone. Today we're conducting a middle game lesson on skewers and pins. So on the black side we have Prasanna, and on the white side we have Burhan. So white to move. So Burhan, you may start.
Rook to g8. There's a skewer over there where the queen cannot move because the king is behind it. But one possible move is that the queen captures the rook at g8. Let's see. Okay, the queen captures rook at g8. Queen to a8 check. King to c7. Queen captures the black queen at g8. Okay, black moves to h1 and checks the king. The king moves to a2. Good move. Okay, the black pawn moves to c5. Queen captures pawn at d5. The black rook moves to h2. And the queen captures pawn at c5. Check.
Oh, okay, Ganesh. How about you take a rest? I continue it from here. Okay, right after the white queen takes the unguarded pawn, what black choose to do is block with the bishop. I think for this part is better move would be checking the king with the queen moving to e5. Thus we can win the rook. But let's continue. So the white queen moved to e7, checking the black king and exerting pressure. Let's see what black move would be. Black moves to b6 in order to keep it safe. And queen moved to that position, pinning the bishop. Meanwhile, the rook takes the free pawn. You can see white moves bishop to ba4 to put more pressure on the black bishop. In this particular setting, I think the best move would be qd4, thus checking the king and winning the rook, but at the same time lost the bishop. But even though lost the bishop, we will win the endgame for white. But let's see what this place choose to be. Here, the black choose to move to 8-5. Black king move to 8-5, while white b3 to defend the bishop. But I think here, the best move should move the king to b3. However, now we can see black wins 2 pawns and checking the white king. And the white king is attempting to take the rook. What's the black rook gonna do is taking the white pawn. Best move would be the queen is moving to e5. Thus checking the black king with fork on rook. And the black is moving his bishop to cover. However, checkmate is now unavoidable. During the last part of the arrangement, I think the best move for black should move his king instead of blocking with the bishop. Now the checkmate is now unavoidable.
Basically, for the past games, we only showed you on how to use Skewer techniques. So for this game, we are going to apply the next technique, which is pin, during middle game. For this game, we have Burhan on the white side and Shafiz on the black side. So white to move, Burhan start with bishop to b3. So here we can see that this is where we apply the pins technique, where two enemies is being attacked on the same line. So black's queen cannot do anything but rather than took the bishop at b3. Okay, now white's queen moved to a2, trying to do pin on the knight at e6. Black move rook to c8, and white move pawn to b7. Okay, so here black did some mistake, which is moving the rook to d8, because the rook should defend the promoting square at b8. So it is better for rook to guard at b8 instead of d8. Oh, here we can see that white did another pin again, where white's rook at b8 attacking black's rook at d8 and pinning the black's rook with the king at g8. Now it is back-to-back pins technique by white, as white's rook to black's rook at b8. The queen is pinning the knight at e6. So it is important for us to avoid being attacked by pins and Skewer technique. So that's all from us. Thank you.